The journey of the US dollar becoming the global currency is a fascinating tale woven through historical events, economic shifts, and geopolitical maneuvers. It all began in the aftermath of World War II. The war left many countries devastated, but the United States emerged as a superpower, both economically and militarily. With its industrial base intact and a booming economy, the US was in a unique position to influence the global financial landscape. In 1944, the Bretton Woods Conference solidified the dollar's status. Delegates from 44 nations gathered to create a new international monetary system. They established fixed exchange rates, pegging other currencies to the dollar, which was in turn backed by gold. This meant that countries could exchange their currencies for US dollars, which were seen as stable and reliable. The dollar became the backbone of international trade, and the world was effectively operating on a dollar standard. Fast forward to the 1970s, and we see a pivotal shift. The US faced economic challenges, including inflation and trade deficits. In 1971, President Nixon took a monumental step by suspending the dollar's convertibility into gold, effectively ending the Bretton Woods system. This move, while controversial, allowed the dollar to float freely in the market. The world adapted, and the dollar continued to reign supreme, now backed solely by the trust in the US government and its economy. But what really solidified the dollar's dominance was the petrodollar system established in the 1970s. The US struck deals with major oil-producing countries, particularly in the Middle East, to price oil exclusively in dollars. This meant that any country wanting to buy oil had to hold US dollars, creating a constant demand for the currency. It was a brilliant geopolitical strategy that intertwined the dollar with global energy markets. As globalization took off in the late 20th century, the dollar's role expanded even further. It became the preferred currency for international trade and investment. Companies and governments around the world began to conduct transactions in dollars, reinforcing its status. The dollar is now used in about 90% of all foreign exchange transactions, making it the most traded currency in the world. The economic factors also played a crucial role. The US economy, with its size, innovation, and stability, became a safe haven for investors. During times of crisis, such as the 2008 financial meltdown, the dollar strengthened as people sought safety in US assets. The Federal Reserve's policies, including low interest rates and quantitative easing, further bolstered the dollar's appeal. Geopolitically, the US has maintained a strong military presence around the globe, which has helped to secure the dollar's position. Countries are less likely to challenge the dollar's dominance when they rely on US military support or trade relationships. This has created a cycle where the dollar's strength reinforces US influence, and vice versa. However, challenges are emerging. Countries like China and Russia are exploring alternatives to the dollar, seeking to reduce their dependence on it. Digital currencies are also on the rise, potentially reshaping the landscape of international finance. Yet, for now, the US dollar remains the king of currencies, a testament to the historical events, economic factors, and geopolitical dynamics that have shaped our world. The story of the dollar is not just about money. It's about power, influence, and the intricate web of global relationships that continue to evolve.